Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing fine. So, in today's lesson, we're going to compare el pretérito indefinido. For those who speak English, this is something like past simple, and el pretérito imperfecto, that is something like past continuous. We're not going to analyze the tenses themselves. There is a link in the description, two links, one for el pretérito indefinido and another for a Pretérito Imperfecto that will lead you to videos that analyze the tenses and show you their forms. Here we're just going to compare the uses and the meanings. So, el pretérito indefinido, estamos aquí. Hace dos cosas. There are two things it can do. First, mainly, narramos los hechos. We narrate the events. We say we describe the actions that the characters of my story did. So we could say that there is movement of the characters. You can see them moving, and the actions of the characters are acciones concluidas, completed actions, which means that I can feel that the actions that are described through el pretérito indefinido finished, stopped. On the other hand, el pretérito imperfecto is otra cosa. It's another thing. Because we don't narrate, we say that we describimos el marco y los hábitos. We describe the setting and the habits. The setting of what? The setting of the story. The setting where later, the characters will start moving and I'll need to switch from pretérito imperfecto after describing the setting to el pretérito indefinido. I repeat when the characters will start moving. And also, no nos importa y no conocemos el final de la acción. We don't know and we're not interested in the end of the action, right? We don't get that feeling we got from el pretérito indefinido that the action was done. And we're somewhere in the middle of the action and we describe how it progresses, how it advances. Some examples are always much more helpful. So some examples on el pretérito imperfecto, which means descripción del marco y de hábitos. Cuando era niño, cada verano íbamos a nuestra casa de campo con los abuelos. When I was a kid, we used to go to our country house with our grandparents. Descripción del marco, so which means description of the setting, y de hábitos, and habits. Why? Because what we used to do, it was our habit. And of course, no conocemos el final de las acciones. We don't feel that the actions finished at some time, at some point. ¿Cuánto era niño? Todo este periodo. Cada verano íbamos, cada verano. No hay el final. I can't feel the end. I said previously that it's not good to compare, however, tenses from different languages, because look what happens. This is just something extra. We use el pretérito imperfecto en español para to describe the habits, but in English, we use past simple. So it's not a good idea to compare tenses, and used to, but past simple, right? So that was something extra. Second example, la casa era grande y estaba al lado del mar. The house was big and it was next to the sea. Descripción del marco, no conocemos el final de las acciones. So we have clearly description of the setting. How was the house, where it was, and so on. Ejemplos en pretérito indefinido. Un día fuimos al parque y allí vimos por primera vez Jorge y María. Fuimos y vimos. One day we went to the park and there we saw Jorge and María for the first time, right? First thing, I know the time. Cuando, un día, ¿sí? And I get the sense, I get the feeling that the actions started and finished. Fuimos, punto. Y vimos, los vimos, ¿eh? Final de la acción. So here we have narración de acciones concluidas. Narration of finished actions. Dos, el abuelo nos compró galletas y lo pasamos bomba. Grandpa bought us biscuits and we had fun. Again, we know the time, un día, see, on the one hand, and on the other hand, again, for once more, the actions seem to be finished. No, see, they are, eh? El abuelo nos compró las galletas, pagó, he paid, and we got them finished. Y lo pasamos en este día, lo pasamos bomba, lo pasamos, but the day finished también, also. So, hasta luego. Do not forget to click the links if you're not sure about the use of el pretérito indefinido, el pretérito imperfecto, to see the forms, their forms, and the other uses. So that's all for now. Thank you. See you later.